of how to multiply and divide and make sure your answer was correct or had the correct number of significant figures in it. When you add and subtract and do calculations with addition and subtraction, it's a little bit different. You're going to be looking at the decimal place instead of the sig figs for what your answer format should be like. So let's look at these problems so you can understand what we're doing. Basically, we have 22.101 minus 0.9307. So what we have to look at is how many places fall after that decimal. In this one, it's 3. And this one, it's 4. So we're following the same rule as sig figs, where you're using the least number in your answer. So in that case, our least number would be 3. So you plug this into the calculator, you're going to end up with 21.1703. And if you look, it has 4 places after that decimal. We can't use 4. We can only use 3. So your answer, even though this answer is technically correct, but when we're doing the precise measurements and stuff in chemistry, you have to make sure your answer is where it matches the least number of spaces after the decimal that comes in the problem itself. So now we have 3 places after that decimal. This next one, we don't really have decimal points. If you plug this one into the calculator, you are going to end up with 300,000 as your answer. Okay, so in this case, no big deal. Your answer could be 300,000. However, when we get into bigger numbers, normally you might be asked to put those answers into scientific notation. So in that case, we would count off our decimals here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be 3.0 times 10 to the 5th. So both of these mean the same number, but it just depends on what I ask you for when we are doing our quizzes and tests and problems in class. All right, this next one has to do with the problem being written in scientific notation. In this case, we are only looking at this coefficient here. Okay, so how many places after the decimal? There's 3 in this one. There's only 2 in this one. So our answer has got to have just 2 places after the decimal. If you put all this into the calculator, you are going to end up with 7.979 times 10 to the 5th. Now, we have 3 spots after that decimal place there. Remember, we have to go with the least number. So least number is only 2 spots. So we're just going to round this. We're going to turn it into 7.98. So 7.98 times 10 to the 5th. And basically, if you write this out, you're going to end up with the same number. Move our decimal place over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So add your zeros in there, and your number ends up being 797,900. And over here, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see how it's pretty much the same number. It's just we rounded up a little bit. So. All right, guys, if you still have questions after you watch this video, please let me know, and I will try to assist and go over a few more with you if needed. Okay, have a great day.